What's up, everybody? It's J-Mac, and welcome back to Bigfoot Input. We want to thank the almost 2,000 people that stopped by the live show on Friday. We will be doing it again, not this coming Friday, but the following Friday. And we'd like to thank everybody that donated during the live. We appreciate that. We appreciate all the support. And let's get right back into it. Let's see, right off the bat, Sasquatch Omega. This guy is just knocking it out of the park lately with submissions. I'm going to use my stylus pen because I can't find my mouse at the moment. But basically, we've got this guy here lingering in the bush. Eye, nose, mouth, etc. I think you guys can see all the details. Just a really good picture of a skulking figure. And if we get rid of all that, if we go in a little deeper, you can see the cranial ridge here. It's very deep. So yeah, very impressive picture. Thank you, Sasquatch Omega. Check him out on Facebook, you guys. He's got a lot of good stuff. This one was submitted by Shannon Miller. Shannon Miller's a little new to the scene. She has some interesting photos. I'm not sure where exactly she's from, but maybe she'd like to throw out a little details. But anyway, I mean, all I can see in this picture is a dog. And not like a snarling dog man, but like a little puppy almost, just a little puppy face. I have no idea what this is. For anybody that isn't seeing what I'm seeing, you got an eye there, nose and mouth, and the little muzzle cheeks there. Yeah, it's a dog. It's a puppy. I don't know. Very strange. Very strange. Cool picture though. Thanks for sharing it. Kathy Westerman. You're going to hear this name quite a few times in this video. Obviously, we calls him like we sees him. Kathy and her team, Bigfoot World, James and Pamela, and, whoever else she's got on her team there. She's got quite a few people. They're out there in the woods. They're taking real-time footage. They're taking shoulder cam footage. They're taking IR footage. And what they're finding, and I don't want to speak for Kathy, but just from what I'm gathering, they're finding that they're catching a lot more things on the IR footage, infrared, right? Her infrared is black and white. And so she's catching things on the IR that aren't coming up in real life. Like they don't actually see them with their bare eyes, but they're catching them on camera, which is very cool. And one of the things that they're catching is this big guy. I can't offer you dimensions or anything, but he looks very large. But he starts down here. Goes all the way around. There's his armpit. And he comes down. And then, of course, if we get in close, we'll see the eyes and the mouth and so on. I don't want to clutter that up for you. Let me take those away, but just want to show you where they are. Very cool. Kathy and her gang, thank you for submitting. Let's try to spread them out a little bit. Let's see. Well, I tried. There's another Kathy Westerman. Bigfoot World, same story with the IR footage. And I think this is pretty self-explanatory, but let's do it anyway. Right there. Big cone-shaped head. Nose right there. Eye. And the mouth. And get rid of all that for you. There you go. Look at that. Very cool. Very cool shot. Thank you. Once again to Kathy and her gang. All right, another one here from Shannon Miller. This one, look, the more you zoom in, the more pixels, are going to come out. It's going to get more pixelated. And and I honestly think that more pareidolia comes to the surface. Looking at this picture, I could probably pick out, I don't know, 30 or 40 little faces in this picture. And I could circle all of them, which I'm not going to do because I don't think all of them are anything real. Although, that doesn't mean there's nothing. So I want to look at two things here. Like I said, I'm not going to waste anyone's time. Maybe three. I'm not going to waste anyone's time with a bunch of stuff, but let's look here first. Okay. Possibly some little face there, right? Look up here. Less likely here, but still possible. There's also possibly something going on down here. But what catches my interest in this picture is this guy here. I think there's very obviously a cone-shaped head here and just a blurry little face. And, it could be something, it could be nothing. I'm not entirely sure. But either way, as I've said for a long time, all evidence is good evidence. I'm not going to poke at or laugh fun at, or make fun at blurry pictures and things like that. I want to see it all, because there's a lot to look at this picture. And I'll tell you, there's a lot of people with a different perspective that would look at this picture and see a lot of different things. So I'm just telling you my perspective. All right. So thank you for the submission, Shannon. All right. You guys are going to love this one. Kathy Westerman again. Bigfoot World. Look at this guy. Now, obviously, he's hanging from behind a tree. You can see the big tree. And he's just kind of, I think his hand is right here. A big hand or arm, hand thing. And he's kind of swinging around the tree and looking right at them. I'm sorry. If you can't see what we're seeing, you're not looking. You're going to miss out. This is absolutely astonishing. Love it. I love that picture. Good job, Kathy and her group once again. Am I missing anything? I don't want to go too far. Nope, got that one. Gonna jump back to Monsters from Maine, Scott Loomis. I think this is the third time we've looked at this picture. All right. We're gonna look at it one more time. I originally had pointed out this in the bottom right corner there. Then I had pointed out this guy up here, and Scott says, nah, man, he says, you're missing what's right in front of your face, which is this guy. Now, I did say that this could possibly be a Sasquatch, and you could possibly make out some facial features right here on the top, and I did say that. But I also said at the end of it that I thought it was probably just a log. Now, Scott has sent me some video footage that I need to go over, which I'll probably do some more in-depth research on. And this subject will come back up again, I promise you. But Scott is saying, no, this guy right here in front of your face is a Sasquatch because in different parts of this video, he's in different sections. So I have not seen that yet. So I'm excited to go and explore that footage and make that happen. And I'll bring this picture back when I have some better analysis of it compared to the video anyway. Yep, Sasquatch Omega again. Let's see. Sorry about that. I got a duplicate. That's his filter renditions of the other picture that we just went over. So we'll just let that one lie. All right, guys, here's one from Catherine Norris. Just every time she posts, it's something fascinating. Just a great picture, you know, forest creature or Sasquatch, Bigfoot, whatever you want to call it. She's in New Zealand, so it's kind of a different rules of engagement over there. But I'm going to skip right to her next picture. I know that's unorthodox, but that's the way we want to do it right now. So this is another one of her pictures. And I got to say, this is absolutely stunning. Just a perfect sort of textbook picture of a Sasquatch. I'm going to draw on this guy here. I love how the shoulder goes straight into the head. There's no neck. Just no neck to speak of at all. Straight up into a big cone head and then out of the screen. And then, of course, you got the large set eyes right there. And just a perfect shot of a hooded nose. I know, I'm a great drawer. But look at that. Just a perfect shot. Catherine, that is a Hall of Fame shot. So, congratulations on that. All right. I'm going to get into Kathy Westerman's last one for this video. She took the video IR. She came up with this, which I think is interesting enough. I mean, there's a lot of, facial expressions going on here. But I want to show you something. Okay, so yes, we're here and there, and nose and a mouth that's actually frowning. Looks like it's kind of open, and then up here you got this guy with his mouth open. You know, there. Actually, here, and there. You know, so it's all interesting enough, but I was focused more on this over here, which I mean, I don't exactly know what's going on here. It could be the shape, or it could just be here, and then there's something else going on here. So I'm not entirely sure. Like, it looks to me like it could be some sort of juvenile, but I think it's fascinating. And there's something else I was a little reluctant to bring up, but hell, since we're here, I don't really like to get into the subject too much of cloaking or interdimensional Sasquatch and that sort of thing, but it just looks to me that aside from here and there, something's going on here. You know, there's just, I don't know, something. The fog just looks a little weird. It looks like it's shapen in a way. Do you guys see this? You see here and there and there. Kind of like there. I don't know. Is it me? I'm just seeing something else, like wildly out of focus. I don't know. Like I said, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm seeing things. I've been out in the sun the last couple of days. I'm getting delirious. All right, guys. Let's get into this one. Riding through Wasatch Front outside of Ogden, Utah, November 2010. So they're taking pictures of the snowfall on the Valley Road, and when it was downloaded, they see this creature sitting on a pile of snow. So maybe 4 others had jumped over the snow line, still behind it. Oh, I guess they said this was the last of them. This photo looks familiar. So showing finding Bigfoot. Okay, so what they're saying is that the guy that we're seeing is like, I don't know, maybe the leader of the family, or at the very least the slowest one of the family, this guy here. But they said that, like, here and there and here, the family had jumped over the snow line and were just sort of like peeking over the snow line to see the car. But this guy either stood his ground or what. And I'll tell you, if I take a closer look at it, this is out of place. Okay? So the creature should, foot there, and it comes up, it's sitting down, comes up here, cone-shaped head, beautiful. And what it should do is kind of come around like this, but it's not. So what it's doing is there's an arm there, shoulder there, and an arm that comes out here. And there's her, I'm going to say her, arm that starts there and comes around here. And this is a baby. Get rid of all the red lines. Can you guys see that now? Just got the arm there, shoulders up here, head. And this is a baby. A little juvenile Sasquatch. Very cool shot. Thank you to whomever posted that. All right. So it's time we talk about this picture. So at first glance, when you see this picture, I'm very excited. I'm like, wow, this is what we've heard about them taking bodies off of the mountains in Mount St. Helens, right? Now, we all know that I'm very careful about posting corpse pictures on this channel because it can get you in some hot water. But this one, I feel like we had to move forward with it. So bear with me. All right. So what we've got, first of all, it's got a helicopter. We don't necessarily see any sort of, tethering. I would think that if you're hauling a very large Sasquatch, which seems to be almost as large as the helicopter or larger, that there would be a good tether, and not like fishing line or anything like that. So that's missing. That's fine. What we have here appears to be the back of a presumably deceased Sasquatch. We don't really know that, but it's not moving. I would think that would be the only way you could get it out of it, unless it was tranquilized. Hope you got a lot of tranquilizer. So we got a Ford something or other here. Nothing really discernible. I'm not sure what that piece of equipment on the back of it is, or in the back of it. You got a couple of guys milling around. Stop that. You got this guy who I'm sorry, I got to take this pen off because it's just blocking everything. So we're just going to have to use our eyeballs here. This guy is obviously a cop. He's wearing the hat and the coat, and he's standing in front of a truck that looks like a police truck. Now, they're all standing in front of, if you notice, a gate. See how that white truck has those black lines across the front of it that make like a triangle going left or right? That's the gate to get into this road. So blue truck can't get in. Cop is behind the gate. This little vehicle here, although I have no idea what it is also behind the gate. And there's like some pink stuff going on there. I don't know what that is. And then you got this guy who looks like some sort of fire rescue, paramedic, forestry official guy, something. Okay. So that, and there's some power lines. And there's the other side of your gate. So they're on a gated road. So that takes care of, what we could see, right? Okay. So when I first saw it, obviously you're like, oh, cool. This is a Sasquatch, body being taken out of whatever. All right. So first things first, the Sasquatch body, I personally believe, is too big for this helicopter. Now, that doesn't mean that a helicopter can't carry a Sasquatch. What that means is that this particular Sasquatch, picture of a Sasquatch, is not the same ratio as the helicopter. Okay? Helicopters are big. This Sasquatch is probably 3 times as big. And you can't give me perspective because, I mean, it's only what? A 30-foot tether, if that. And it's hanging from the bottom of the helicopter. So it's not like the helicopter is so far away and the Sasquatch is so near that it's making it look like a different size. No, I'm not going to do that. So what we are going to do is we're going to take a risk here, and hopefully we don't get reported for this. We're going to show this picture. This is a picture of a hunter who's killed a bear. A big one, big grizzly bear. And there's some sort of, I don't know if this is carving on this tree or if it's writing over the picture. It looks like it says Alaska. So if that's possibly where they killed this bear, you know, I get that. I've never seen that before. All I've seen this picture 100 times. Then you go over here. Now, same tree does not have the writing on it, but so I think that's like text added after the fact. And the same dude, same face, same trees behind him, same, now has a Sasquatch body hanging from the tree. Yeah. So I'm not going to bore you with the logistics on this picture, because if you watch our cryptid corpse video on Patreon, I'll break this down for you and you'll see it there, but I'm not going to do it here. In fact, I want to get off that picture, but what I am going to show you is this. So yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty fair to say that that is the exact same picture. The heads are shaped exactly the same, but they both have that black stripe down the bottom. I mean, everything is almost exact, except for the fact the one on the right is just so blurry because it's been cut from a tiny picture and made bigger and then put, you know, superimposed. And you see how this creature on the right has this white line all the way on the outside of it. Again, I'm not going to draw on it. I want you to look closely. But you'll see a white line that encompasses the entire creature. And that is your Photoshop line. That is where you are cutting it, and the edges are pixelated, and you're putting it onto a new thing, and now you can see the edges. So, you know, frankly, it catches the eye, and as a Bigfoot enthusiast, it's like, whoa, cool. That's what, you know, that's really what we want to see, something like that. That's evidence, you know, like whatever. But the fact of the matter is, it's just a Photoshop. So don't get fooled, and don't get duped in by things like that. It's a little disappointing, but you know, hey, it's the truth. So, all right, you guys, that's it for me. I want to say thank you to all the members. Thank you to all of our Patreon members for supporting the channel. We really appreciate it. And please remember to like and share and subscribe and all the good stuff that helps our channel grow. And we'll see you guys not this Friday, but next. All right. And until then, I'm J Mac, and I'm out.